grade of the year. Starting at the top of the list here, not going to go in pick order, going to go in just this random standings order here. So we got Team Tyler Larson. Draft Night Ghost is the name because he is not committed enough to the league to show up on draft night, so that makes sense. We'll see if he improves on his D draft grade from last year. That was the infamous title. And as Bonzoball predicted, he did not go anywhere last season. So we're going to take a look here. Austin Eckler, fourth overall. He's got the fourth pick. Then comes back with Lenny in the end of the second. He went Tyreek. He went Mike Williams, end of the fourth. Early fifth, Darren Waller. Sixth round, he went with Amari Cooper. Comes back with Aaron Rodgers, early seventh. Eighth round, Rashad Penny. Ninth round, Claypool. 10th round, Nyheim Hines. And then what does he close it out with here? Russell Gage, Jamal Williams, Jahan Dotson, Tyler Higbee. So taking a look at this team and what the breakdown is, Rodgers getting him in the seventh, I think it's a little bit of a reach. Rodgers, of course, I think he's going to be mid-tier this year after losing Adams. I think he's just a middling quarterback. Running back room, we got Eckler and Fournette. Eckler, obviously a good pick in a PPR league. Fournette, he can catch a lot of passes sometimes. I don't like the running back depth. Rashad Penny, yeah, he might have that starting role. But he could cede it to Kenneth Walker, typically not a pass catcher. He did end last season hot. Jamal Williams, Nyheim Hines, I guess, going for the play there if either of those big running backs goes down in Detroit or Indy. Not terrible running backs. I think running back is probably the best position on this team because wide receiver, yeah, Tyreek's good. Tyreek's looking good in training camp, obviously. Mike Williams and Amari Cooper, I wouldn't say they're PPR receivers. They're going to be boom or bust. Jacoby Brissett, how much is he going to be able to get the ball to Amari Cooper? I don't know. Claypool on the bench, I guess it's fine. I mean, he might be the third receiver in that offense. And then I don't see much depth after that at the wide receiver position. Not any guys you'd want to start, at least to start the year. Waller, he's obviously got good tight end ceiling, could be middle of the road. He is a little banged up right now, so decent tight end. When I look at this team, I just see average across the board. Rodgers, average quarterback, going to finish middle QB1. Running backs, maybe a little bit better than average. Wide receivers, Tyreek's a good wide receiver one, but lots of people are going to have better wide receiver ones. Mike Williams, he's an average wide receiver two. The flexes here, I think, are the below average spot on the team. Waller, of course, he'll probably finish tight end 3, 4, 5, 6 in that range. And then I think the bench is below average. Looking at this team, I think the trend of this team is players who were good last year or a couple of years ago. I mean, Waller, Tyreek, they were really hot a couple years ago, had pretty good seasons. Eckler, obviously incredible last season. Rodgers been his incredible whole career, but he might be coming up on, one of his toughest fantasy seasons. Lenny obviously ended the year strong. Rashad Penny ended the year strong. Amari Cooper a couple years ago tore it up in Dallas. Claypool had a hot rookie season, right? I mean, so on paper, you kind of want to give this team a good grade. It doesn't like he messed up anywhere in the draft with values, but I think it's just average across the board, kind of trying to cash in on old production maybe. So I'm going to go ahead and just give this grade a C minus. C minus here could have been a C. I think the bench lacks what that is. I think the draft started pretty decent. Bench didn't finish it strong. I don't think this team will finish last or second to last or maybe even not third to last, but I also think it does not really have a chance to be 1, 2, or 3. Would basically need all these players to do exactly what they did last season. I don't know how often that happens in fantasy, so that's the final grade.